Good morning, people of Earth. From the skies to the shores and to all the ships at sea, radio-free humanity is on the air.
Today we're talking about two internet mysteries. Is there a mysterious organization recruiting super-intelligent code breakers by posting puzzles on the internet? Amadeo and Iris will tell you more.
Okay, so get those tinfoil hats ready, because we are going deep today, folks, into the world of internet mysteries, and we've got not one but two huge head-scratchers to untangle.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Cicada 3301, a puzzle so intricate it landed a coveted spot on the Washington Post's list of eeriest unsolved mysteries. There with, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart.
Right.
And then we've got the YouTube channel 312-153-4312.
Oh, yeah. That one's creepy.
Where the videos are like watching a fever dream, and the codes, well, they make the Voynich manuscript look like child's play.
Yeah, it's all very cryptic.
So the big questions are these two enigmas, these two digital mysteries, somehow connected?
Yeah, why are they?
And if they are, what does that tell us about the masterminds behind them? The puppet masters pulling the strings.
You know what's so fascinating about both of these is how they really tap into that primal desire for the unknown,
Oh, yeah.
It presents a puzzle to be solved, which some people just can't resist.
Oh, absolutely. It's like dangling a shiny key in front of a locked door. We're wired for curiosity.
Yeah.
So let's start with Cicada 3301. Take us back to 2012.
Okay.
A simple image appears unfortunate. The breeding ground for all sorts of internet weirdness. But this wasn't your typical meme. Oh no, this was the start of a digital scavenger hunt that would literally span the globe.
Yeah, and what really set this puzzle apart was its complexity. There was like a multi-layered cake, but instead of frosting, it was coded messages and hidden clues.
Okay, so not so much a cake, more like an onion.
An onion cake, sure.
Layers you get peeled back.
Exactly, and each layer requires a specific skill set to decipher, and one of the key ingredients in this puzzle cake or puzzle onion was cryptography.
Okay, cryptography for those of us who, might not be fluent in the language of spies.
Sure, so cryptography is basically a secret language. You scramble information in a way that only someone with the key can understand it.
So it's not just about solving riddles. You need actual technical skill.
Oh, absolutely. You need to know how to decrypt the messages. And they didn't stop at cryptography. They also used a technique called steganography.
It's steganography.
Yeah, the art of hiding messages in plain sight.
Okay, so like invisible ink.
Kinda, but instead of invisible ink, it's like embedding a secret message within a picture.
Oh, okay, so to the untrained eye, it looks like an ordinary picture.
Yeah.
But to someone who knows what to look for, boom, secret message.
Exactly, you got it.
So like those Sky movies where they hide microfilms in, a fake tooth or a hollowed out.
Cool. Yeah, a great analogy. And Cicada 3301 used both of these techniques extensively in their puzzles. So solvers had to not only decode messages, but also figure out where they were hidden in the first place.
Okay, so right off of that, you got to be part code breaker, part treasure hunter. Is hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of person even has those skills just lying around?
Well, that's a good question, and it gets to the heart of the mystery surrounding Cicada 3301.
Okay.
If they were targeting a very specific type of individual, someone with a unique combination of technical skills and insatiable curiosity. Someone who isn't afraid of a challenge, someone who's willing to go down the rabbit hole and really dig for answers.
So the million-dollar question, who is behind all of this, if it is a recruitment campaign, what kind of organization is looking for people who are so skilled at both hiding and revealing data?
Well, that's the big mystery, isn't it? On the one hand, it could be a tech company or a cybersecurity firm. They're always looking for talk to your talent, the kind of people who can think outside the box.
Yeah, stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly, because the digital landscape is constantly evolving.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Think about all the data breaches and cyber attacks we hear about these days. Companies are probably desperate for people who can protect their system.
Absolutely.
Find vulnerabilities before the bad guys do.
Right.
But then there's the other side of the coin. Right, the one that maybe keeps you up at night.
Yeah.
What if it's a government agency, an intelligence organization, or even a shadowy group with, less than noble intentions?
That's a possibility, too.
Okay, now you're talking intelligence agencies love code breakers and hackers.
Oh, yeah, Vindir.
I mean, just look at all the stories about the NSA and their surveillance programs.
Right, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about the actual puzzles. How did Cicada 3301 unfold?
Okay, so walk me through those first few layers of this cryptic onion cake. Tell me how it all began.
Well, the first clue was actually relatively straightforward, at least for those familiar with classic ciphers. It involved a simple Caesar cipher where each letter in the message is shifted a certain number of places down the alphabet. And once deciphered, it led to a link to an image.
Oh, okay. Sounds simple enough.
Right. But here's where the steganography comes in. The image itself wasn't the solution. It contained a hidden message which could only be revealed using a specific software tool called outguess.
Outguess. Okay, so you need to know about both ciphers and steganography just to get past the first stage.
Pretty much, yo.
It's a pretty high bar for entry.
Yeah.
Right, so it makes sense that they would go to these lengths to find the best of the best.
Yeah.
But then there's that other side of the coin, the one that sends chills down your spine.
Exactly. What if it's not a tech company or a cybersecurity firm? What if it's something a little bit more, shadowy?
Okay, fair enough. But Marty, tell me more about the actual puzzles. What came after the outguess image? Did solvers have to, decipher an entire chapter of Welsh mythology?
Not an entire chapter, but you're getting warmer. So decoding that hidden message in the image led to a book cipher, meaning the numbers in the message corresponded to specific pages, paragraphs, and lines in a book, and my trick was figuring out which book it was.
Okay, so like a literary treasure hunt within a digital treasure hunt?
Exactly, and the book turned out to be the Mabinogion, a collection of Welsh tales.
The Mabinogion, huh? Not exactly something you'd find on your average bookshelf.
No, but it's not exactly top secret either. So they're referencing literature, using ciphers, hiding messages in Inuit. It's almost like they're trying to create a modern-day secret society, but with a digital twist.
Yeah, it's like a blend of old-world mystery and cutting-edge technology.
Yeah.
What happened next?
The book cipher led to a phone number. You call it, and you hear a message directing you to find 2 prime numbers associated with the original image from 4chan.
Okay, hold on. Prime numbers? Now math is getting involved. What do prime numbers have to do with any of this?
Well, remember how I say each layer of the puzzle required a different skill set? This one was clearly targeting those with a bit of mathematical aptitude, and the prime numbers they were looking for were the image's dimensions in pixels 509 by 503, and those numbers played a crucial role in figuring out the URL for the next stage of the puzzle.
So they're not just looking for code breakers. They want mathematicians, too. This is starting to sound like the ultimate interdisciplinary team-building exercise. But seriously, who has the time and resources to put together something this elaborate?
That's a question that keeps coming up, isn't it? If not just the complexity of the puzzles, it's the global scale. The next stage involved actual physical locations.
Wait, they went from online puzzles to real-world clues that takes us to a whole new level of intrigue. What were the solvers supposed to find? Buried treasure, a secret meeting, a hidden message.
They were given a list of GPS coordinates scattered across the globe. Warsaw, Paris, Seattle, even locations in Australia and South Korea. And at each location, they found posters with an image of a cicada and a QR code.
A QR code, of course, because why not throw a little bit of mobile technology into the mix? What happened when they scanned those codes?
More puzzles, of course. Some were book ciphers, others were warnings against sharing information. And this is where the importance of that PGP key, the one used to sign the original message, became really crucial.
The PGP key.
Yeah.
Right, it's like a digital signature, a way to verify that the message is authentic, hasn't been tampered with.
Exactly. With so many imposters and fake clues popping up, it was essential to be able to distinguish the real deal from the decoys. Only messages signed with that specific key could be trusted.
This is starting to sound like a real-life spy thriller. Secret codes, hidden messages, global locations, and now the threat of misinformation and decoys. It's like something out of a James Bond movie, but with a digital twist.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any more mysterious, the trail led to the dark web.
The dark web, now it's like the digital equivalent of a back alley, where all sorts of shady dealings go down. Or were they buying weapons, trading secrets? What was going on?
Not quite, but they were definitely entering a realm where anonymity and privacy are paramount. The puzzles on the dark web are even more challenging, requiring advanced knowledge of encryption techniques and a willingness to navigate the often treacherous waters of the Tor network.
Okay, so we've got brilliant minds from all disciplines working together, hopping continents, sifting through misinformation, and now venturing into the dark web. This is either the most elaborate recruitment scheme ever devised, or we've stumbled onto something truly extraordinary. But what about the YouTube channel, 312-153-4312? Where does that fit into all of this?
That's the question, isn't it? And it's a question we'll explore in more depth in our next segment because things are about to get even stranger.
Oh, I can't wait. Buckle up, folks, because this deep dive is just getting started.
Do you have a friend given to falling for romantic prospects that could reasonably assumed to be inaccessible? Or an acquaintance who approaches dangerous wild animals for no particularly good reason? Do you know someone pursuing an artistic career despite receiving advice to not give up their day job? Does your friend ever utter the phrase, "hold my beer," followed by attempting a stunt that seems like a good idea at the time? How about a friend who dresses as if she lived in an entirely different body? Or a sister who has no idea why you don't support the obviously best political candidate? If so, they might need a clue. We have clues for every occasion. If your friend or family member needs to get a clue, you might be their only hope. Gift certificates available.
So we left off with Cicada 3301 leading puzzle solvers to the dark web, a place where anonymity and privacy reigns supreme.
Yeah, the digital back alleys where you can find anything and everything.
Exactly. And it's here where the puzzles took an even more challenging turn, demanding a deeper understanding of cryptography and a willingness to navigate the Tor network.
Tor work for the uninitiated.
It's like a special browser that allows you to access websites that are hidden from regular search engines.
Oh, okay, so it's like a secret internet within the internet.
Exactly, and it's often used for both legitimate and illicit purposes.
Right, so it's a bit of a digital Wild West out there.
Pretty much, yeah, and the puzzles on the dark web really tested the solver's skills.
So what kind of puzzles are we talking about?
Well, there were some that involved RSA encryption, a very sophisticated method of scrambling data.
Okay, so we're talking next-level cryptography here.
Yeah, and there were even some that involved MIDI cryptogram.
MIDI cryptogram?
Yeah.
I don't know how that sounds interesting. Tell me more.
So basically, it's like hiding messages within music files. MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface.
Oh, okay, so it's like a digital sheet music.
Exactly, and solvers had to analyze the notes and rhythms to extract the hidden messages.
So they had to be like part code breaker, part musician. This is getting crazy.
Yeah, it really shows the breadth of skills that Cicada 3301 was looking for.
It's like they wanted a team of Renaissance people, but, for the digital age.
Exactly, and the puzzles continued for a while, with solvers all over the world collaborating and competing to crack the codes.
So it was a truly global phenomenon.
Oh, yeah. People from all walks of life were drawn into this puzzle-solving frenzy.
I can imagine online forums must have been buzzing with activity.
Oh, it was a hotbed of speculation, theories, and, of course, solutions.
But then, what happened? Did someone finally solve the ultimate puzzle? Did Cicada 3301 reveal themselves?
Everything no one knows for sure. The puzzle abruptly stopped in 2012 without any clear resolution or explanation.
So after all that effort, all that global collaboration, the mystery just deepened. Think of that.
It's like they vanished into thin air, leaving everyone wondering what it all meant.
What a cliffhanger. So we've got these brilliant minds from all over the world solving complex puzzles, collaborating online, venturing into the dark web, and then poof, silence, nothing.
Yep, that's Cicada 3301 for you, a puzzle wrapped in an enigma.
And just when you think you can't get any weirder, we got this YouTube channel, 312-1534-312, lurking in the shadow.
Oh, yeah, I went a whole other rabbit hole.
Full of unsettling imagery and those cryptic number sequences. It's less about logic puzzles and more about, creeping you out.
Yeah, it's definitely designed to unsettle the viewer.
So could these two seemingly different phenomena be connected? We may both involve codes and hidden messages, but the tone and style are so different.
It's a great question, and one that has sparked a lot of debate among those who follow these mysteries. Some believe that there's a definite connection, while others see them as completely separate entities.
So what's the evidence? What makes people think they might be related?
Well, there are a few things first. There's the timing. Both Cicada 3301 and the 31215343112 channel appear around the same time in the early 2010s.
Okay, so they emerged from the digital ether at roughly the same moment in history.
Exactly. And then there are the shared themes. Both use codes and symbols to convey hidden messages, and both seem to target a specific audience, people who are intellectually curious and not afraid of a challenge.
Right, so maybe they're appealing to the same type of person, someone who's drawn to puzzles and mysteries, someone who likes to think outside the box.
Precisely. And then there's the White Rabbit video on Jakey's channel, the one that explicitly references the 31215343112 channel.
Oh yeah, that one was weird with the 10,000-year clock and those mountain coordinates.
Right, and many people see that as a deliberate connection, a sign that these two mysteries are intertwined in some way.
But what could it mean? Is it just a coincidence, or is there something deeper at play?
That's the question that keeps everyone guessing. The 10,000-year clock itself is fascinating. It suggests a focus on the long view, on thinking beyond immediate concerns, and considering the impact of actions over generations.
That's a pretty heavy concept for a YouTube video. Even one as bizarre as this. What kind of organization is concerned with timescale that one? I'm getting some serious ancient secret society vibes here.
Well, if Secure 3301 is truly a recruitment tool, then perhaps this long-term thinking is a quality they're seeking in potential candidates. They're not looking for quick fixes or short-term gains. They want individuals who can see the big picture and plan for the future.
So it's not just about being a brilliant codebreaker or a tech whiz. It's about having a certain mindset, a way of thinking that extends beyond the here and now. It's almost philosophical, isn't it?
Absolutely. And remember, those mountain coordinates in the video mountains often represent obstacles to overcome. Maybe it's a metaphor for the difficult journey required to unravel these mysteries.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat here. Tell me more about this YouTube channel. What makes it so unsettling, and who might be behind it?
That's the question that has baffled so many people in the years, and it's a question that we'll explore in more depth in our next segment as we delve deeper into the strange world of 3121534312.
I'm going to go off on a tangent here. I'm not so convinced that whoever's behind Cicada 3301 and this YouTube channel are harmless, because they've invested a lot into this, and people who invest a lot expect some ROI. White hat entities might want top-of-the-line recruits to protect people. Black hat entities might want top-of-the-line recruits to protect criminals from law enforcement agencies. So are there clues in the Cicada saga? Are they telling us what kind of people we're dealing with? Yes, we have clues in Ralph Emerson's essay, Self-Reliance, and in William Blake's Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Both of these authors reject systems such as Christianity that teach people to constrain their desires and make them subject to an authority external to themselves. Blake presents Satan as an equally valid archetype of what is good as Jesus, valuing Satan's assertion of self-will and refusal to accept any higher authority than himself. Emerson also believes that the only guide to truth and morality is one's own self. He also rejects any notion of responsibility toward other people, of people who he is not personally interested in. So, who do you think would want to recruit people who believe they don't necessarily have any responsibility toward other people, and to believe that they have a right to assert their own will above all? My guess is that it's people who want to make boatloads of money, ensuring that criminals can conduct their business in absolute privacy, without fear of detection. But that's just a theory. But you know it's not a theory? That the YouTube channel 312-153-4312 is an actual puzzle channel. It's not an art project. It's not some aliens giving mystical advice. It's steganography, it's cryptography, and it's very much like Cicada 3301. So, how do I know this? Well, I know it because we solved the oldest one, the very first one. And the answer is, drum roll please, the answer is 42. Yeah, that's what it is. We don't know cryptography, we don't know coding, we don't know hacking, but you know what we do know? We know how to ask ChatGPT. Yo, that's what we do. So, give it a try for yourself. But, if you're stuck, let us know in the comments, and we'll leave you some more clues in our next episode. In the meantime, give it a try, because it's definitely a code. Yeah, albistic aliens. Code. Have fun.
Okay, so we're diving headfirst into the unsettling world of YouTube channel 3121-534312.
Yeah, this is where things get really weird, right?
Oh yeah, definitely strange videos, creepy codes. It's like a digital fever dream.
Okay, so remind us what's so unsettling about these videos, what sets them apart from, your typical YouTube fare.
Well, first off, there's the imagery, distorted faces, streamed symbols, glitching graphics. It's all very disorienting.
I guess like watching a horror movie, but, in a low-res digital format.
Exactly. And then there's the audio, weird distorted voices, whispering numbers, crackling noises. It's all designed to make you feel uneasy.
Yeah, it's definitely not background music material.
And then there are the number sequences themselves. They're often repeated and they seem to hold some kind of significance, but no one's been able to crack the code yet.
So it's like a puzzle box with a combination lock.
Yeah.
We're going to have the combination.
Right. And that just adds to the mystery and intrigue.
So what are some of the theories about the meaning behind these videos? I mean, some people must have some ideas, right?
Oh, yeah. There are plenty of theories floating around. Some people think the videos are some kind of brainwashing experiment.
Brainwashing is far. That's a bit unsettling.
Yeah, others think it's an alternate reality game or ARG.
An alternate reality game?
Yeah, where the line between the game and real life is blurred.
Okay, so like a real-life scavenger hunt with clues hidden in the digital world.
Exactly. And then there are those who believe the videos are messages from the future or from some other dimension.
Okay, now we're getting into some serious science fiction territory.
Yeah, it's all very speculative, but that's what makes it so fascinating. It's all open to interpretation.
So it's like a Rorschach test for the digital age.
Exactly. People see what they want to see.
And that brings us back to the question of whether Cicada 3301 and 3121534 are connected. I mean, they both involve codes and hidden messages, but the tone and style are so different.
Right, and that's the big debate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it just a coincidence that these two emerged around the same time, or is there something more deliberate going on?
So what are the arguments for and against a connection?
Well, those who believe there's a link point to the fact that both seem to target a similar audience, people who are intellectually curious, tech-savvy, and not afraid of a challenge.
Okay, so they're appealing to the same kind of people, those who like to solve puzzles and uncover secrets.
Exactly. I may also point to the White Rabbit video on Jakey's channel, the one that explicitly references the 312-534-312 channel.
Yeah, that one was strange with the 10,000-year clock and the mountain coordinates.
Right, and that seems like a pretty clear connection to some people.
But couldn't it just be a coincidence? Or, maybe Jakey was just trying to get more views by referencing a popular creepy YouTube channel?
That's possible, but it seems like a pretty big coincidence.
Okay, so what about the arguments against a connection?
Well, the main argument is that the tone and style of the two are so different. Cicada 3301 is all about logic puzzles and cryptography, while 3121534 is more about unsettling imagery and psychological manipulation.
Right, so one is more like a brain teaser and the other is more like a mind trick.
Exactly, and that leads some people to believe that they're completely separate entities with different goals and motivations.
Okay, so we've got two compelling arguments, for and against a connection, but no definitive proof. Either way, it's like a digital standoff.
Pretty much, yeah, and that's what makes these mysteries so intriguing. They keep us guessing, they challenge our assumptions, and they force us to think outside the box.
It's like a mental workout for the digital age.
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts? Do you think there's a connection, or do you think these are two separate entities?
I have to say I'm leaning towards a connection. I just think there are too many coincidences. In the White Rabbit video seems like a pretty strong link.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's hard to dismiss all the similarities and those deliberate references, but ultimately it's all speculation.
Absolutely. We may never know for sure what's really going on, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? The mystery, the intrigue, the endless possibilities.
Yeah, it keeps those tinfoil hacks nice and snug.
Exactly. So if you're fascinated by the unknown, by puzzles and codes and the strange underbelly of the internet, then Cicada 3301 and 3121534 are definitely worth exploring.
And who knows, maybe one day the truth will be revealed, but until then, we can keep speculating, theorizing, and searching for clues.
The mystery continues.
Keep those browser tabs open and stay curious, folks, because you never know what you might find lurking in the digital shadows.
That's enough brain teasing for this episode. Good night and God bless. And remember, there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed someday.
You see me in the corner. If you look at me, I fade. I'm a ghost that only haunts you when you turn to go away. you to let go. When you say you'll never leave, you need to prove it. Decode my every word and just maybe you will know. When you realize what you're dealing with, I bet you'll never choose it. You press it on my pieces to find out where they go. If you figure out the key to me, then tell me and we'll both know. I'll pull you and repel you, I'll heaven you and hell you. But after all I put you through, you'll still be here, won't you? I'm a riddle, I'm a cipher. I'm water through your hands. You'll never hack my firewall, and you'll never understand. Another piece is locked in place. You've cracked my mask, the game is won. But I've got more to hide my face. There's always more where that one came from. When you realize that all your tries to solve